Hello friends, welcome to our channel Khatri Steno. Subscribe our channel for steno related contents. Be ready for the legal passage for the aspirants who are preparing for Punjab and Haryana Triple S and stenotypist exam. Be ready. Start. A decision of a constitution bench of this court binds a bench of two learned judges of this court, and that judicial discipline obliges them to follow it, regardless of their doubts about its correctness. Full stop. At the most, they could have ordered that the matter be heard by a bench of three learned judges, full stop, in a given case where a bench of two learned judges expressed dissent with another judgment of three learned judges and directed the matter to be placed before a larger bench of five judges, the Constitution Bench considered the rule of judicial discipline and propriety as also the theory of precedents, and held that it is only a bench of the same quorum which can question the correctness of the decision by another bench of coordinate strength, in which case the matter may be placed for consideration by a bench of larger quorum, full stop. In other words, a bench of lesser quorum cannot express disagreement with or question the correctness of the view taken by a bench of larger quorum, full stop. A view of the law taken by a bench of three judges is binding on a bench of two judges, and in case the bench of two judges feels not inclined to follow the earlier three judge bench decision, then it is not proper for it to disagree or dissent with the earlier view, but doubting the correctness of such earlier view, it can only request the Chief Justice for the matter being placed for hearing before a three judge bench, which may agree or disagree with the view of the law taken earlier by the three judge bench, full stop. As already noted, this view has been followed and reiterated by at least three subsequent constitution benches referred to herein above, full stop. Stanza. Miss Indira Jaisingh, the learned senior counsel for the petitioners, submitted that the view of the law taken by the above said four constitution benches is per incurium and is not the correct law, as previous decision of this court takes a contrary view, and being an earlier decision was binding on the subsequent benches, full stop. We do not agree with the submission of the learned senior counsel that the decisions referred to by the learned counsel are per incurium, full stop. She has also placed reliance on a constitution bench decision in Union of India versus Hansoli Devi, wherein the constitution bench heard a reference made by a two judge bench expressing disagreement with an earlier three judge bench decision, full stop. Stanza. Per incurium means a decision rendered by ignorance of a previous binding decision, such as a decision of its own or of a court of coordinate or higher jurisdiction, or in ignorance of the terms of a statute or of a rule having the force of law, full stop. A rule oblique ruling making A specific reference to an earlier binding precedent may or may not be correct but cannot be said to be per incurium full stop stanza. Chief Justice Pathak pointed out that in order to promote consistency and certainty in the law laid down by the superior court, the ideal condition would be that the entire court should sit in all cases to decide questions of law, as is done by the Supreme Court of the United States, full stop and over. सो ये हमारी नियर अबाउट 100 WPM की डिक्टेशन थी और लीगल डिक्टेशन है और प्रॉपर पैटर्न बेस्ड है जुडिशियल डिसिप्लिन पे। तो अगर आपको डिक्टेशन अच्छी लगी है तो वीडियो को लाइक कीजिएगा एंड मस्ट सब्सक्राइब अवर चैनल फॉर मोर डिक्टेशंस लाइक दिस। थैंक्स टू ऑल, बी प्रैक्टिस फॉर अ बेटर फ्यूचर।